Mayans here. Yo is going to be playing as the Mayans. Always a fun civ to have. Very powerful civ, of course, on Arabia. He will be up against MBL as the Goths. It's an interesting matchup, of course. We've seen it for a long time. It's nothing new to Wololo Kingdoms. These two civs have been interesting to watch for quite a few years now already. Both guys, of course, kind of know how the late game is going to unfold. Forville's going over to wood for the red player to start things off. He's got most of his sheep already. And Mr. Yo is going to be working with gold to the side, gold on the back, wood line on the back. A pretty safe map for him. Berries on the front, but a very wallable front. MBL is already here to lame. Let's see if MBL can lame, and we'll have to think about how this game is going to shape up. Mayans are great. You can build those beautiful plumed archers. They do a lot of great work. Of course, if you're on the Goths side of things, you can always transition to Huskarls if your opponent is pressuring you with archers. So that becomes a very nice unit. Sometimes if you're behind, the all-in Castle Age Huskarl push in this situation can get you a win. Of course, Goths can also play down the archer line as well, and maybe we'll see that to start things off. Oh, Yo does have loom. I was going to say, well, Yo's going to lose a Vil under this TC. MBL's scout is not going to find anything, so let's consider his map and what he might decide to do here. It's a difficult game for, well, both sides do have some challenges. Mayans have some challenges because if you want to go Eagles, your opponent can, spam champions, and, how do you really stop that? If you want to go Archers, your opponent can spam Huskarls if you let him, so that can be a problem as well. But of course, the plumed archer siege ram push, if not identified and corrected for early, is so deadly. Backstone for MBL, he's going to have a wallable back half. Actually, a really wallable map on the top side for him. Main gold on the front for him, so that could be a little uncomfortable for him to take. 3 Vils on wood. All in all, it's a pretty defensible map. He would have to kind of let that front gold go if he wanted to go for like a fast castle sort of a play, and that's just not an option. I don't think there's really any option there. I don't think MBL got away with a Drush fast castle in a couple games earlier. That would be impossible here. MBL trying to lame a loomed Vil, and he might be able to do so. Certainly going to get a little idle time from his opponent's TC while it launches arrows after his scout. Red player is just going to jump in the TC in time, and Mr. Yo is going to continue building up. MBL scout there took a little bit of damage from the town center, but in the meantime, Yo continues to wall. Yo here could go with like a men-at-arms play as Mayans, and then, I don't know, kind of fall back to what is a pretty good map, pretty comfortable map. If you let it go Imp, you're doing something wrong as Mayans. Let's see, Mayan versus Goth. I hope it doesn't go to Imp. Being Reaper is enough to trigger anybody. As a Tyrant fanboy, I approve. Oh man, Tyrant fanboys in the channel today. Looks like for now, Yo is grabbing 10 gold. Is he going to stay there with a mining camp, or is he just going to go for the old-fashioned 10 gold gathered into a drush? Looks like for now, Yo's going back, and he may just build up a little bit of a drush. MBL does have a barracks down. Loom coming for him. 21 villagers for him. No real reason to build the barracks now unless you're building militia, but could be a feint, you never know. MBL will drop down a mining camp as we speak, and I presume he will start pumping out militia. MBL with that 8-minute flat feudal time, god damn am I jealous of that. I just so rarely pull that off. It really makes me sad. Makes me sad to see how easy he can do it, but that's what practice will get you. Red player is going to come out and drop a mining camp. He will have some militia of his own, but notably, Yo is building those militia before going up. He's already starting to wall himself in a little bit on that left side, and he's going to send out his drush, and the Mayans player is going to wait at least a little bit longer. Excuse me. My voice is yet to crack from puberty. It's going to be 25 villagers already for Yo, and then he's going to wait a couple of seconds here and do nothing with his TC and click up to the Feudal Age. I think he could have force dropped off there. I don't know why Yo was a moment late there clicking the upgrade, but it's all good, man. 25 Vils and up for Yo. His drush has encountered MBL's drush. MBL will hit Feudal soon. MBL keeping a little bit behind Yo. Yo probably wants to take this fight to put some damage down on those militia. MBL adding in more militia. It does look like he wants to continue to go down the militia line for a moment. Or maybe he just wants two more militia now to try to clean this up, but an amazing engagement from Mr. Yo. Don't know how MBL lost that so bad. I suppose it's because he kept his scout out of the mix while Yo used his eagle the whole time. But nonetheless, the red player is in on MBL's gold, and he's starting to annoy. MBL trying to push in on the other side. He will be able to harass Yo's deer there. 7.57 is for real, man. Gonna head out for a bit. Hope to catch the end of the stream. See you, Scarface. If you let it go imp, you're doing something wrong. 7.57 is for real men. 8.0 is for plebs. You're talking about the uptime. Yeah, I guess 757, scraping up on the edge of perfection, is nice. I would like to just have a regular 810. I would be happy with that. If I have any variables that I have to deal with that I'm uncomfortable with, I usually don't get there. Yo needs a quick palisade if he can, but he cannot in time, and MBL will slow down the building of this range. He could deny it, but Yo will bring in a couple more vills. Yo's got enough vills here, but he probably loses one. Yeah, there she goes. There she goes. Archery range goes up. MBL's man-at-arms, one of them goes down. Yo on the other side built another man-at-arms as well, and he's keeping pressure on MBL, and he breaks through a weak palisade and starts hitting on villagers. Yo, girl, what's your name? Is this your locker? Is this your locker right here? Is this where you keep your books? Anyway, you can tell I don't have a lot of experience hitting on girls. It's asking them if this is where their locker is located. Might not really get you a date, but, you know, doing what I can here. Wood line off to the side here for Yo. He starts to establish a second wood. This villager being very unruly. Don't know why she's chopping a tree so far away. Oh, we got the Gloke in here. Just like the Kraken, but bigger and scarier. The Gloken. Yeah, for now, Yo, or rather MBL, starts to get cleaned up a bit by Yo's archers. Yo is transitioning a couple vills over to gold. It's one range for now. Second range is coming. Yo was up on 25 vills. He should have a very stable economy. Did lose one vill to MBL's aggression, but then I think he's done enough damage to MBL's economy maybe to equalize the score. Yo going wheelbarrow now. MBL is presumably not there yet. Let's keep an eye on the villagers, I suppose. Red player charging deep into this economy. Yeah, no wheelbarrow for MBL, but he's not going to do a whole lot more here. A late sheep coming in. Yo must have stolen that earlier on in the game. Quite a lot of annoyance for one sheep, stopping the stone mining from coming. Interestingly, Yo, although he runs in through that base and doesn't really kill anything, I think he saw all those vills coming over, and he probably surmises that MBL is going to transition not into a lady, not into an upstanding lady, but into maybe some husks later game. My ex had her locker next to me, 1.5 year of forced interaction after we broke up. Oh man, I've heard stories like that. I've lived stories like that. Oh God. That's why you can't really date anyone at work either. Unless you really think it's going to work out, or unless it's a short-term job. It's a big risk. Yo's got a couple archers here and there. Fletching is on them. MBL continuing to add in more men-at-arms, and we're looking like we're playing a game from 2008. MBL is looking for this like constant men-at-arms play. I wonder if he'll add in a second barracks and we can really go retro. Watchtower coming out on the front for MBL. His men-at-arms for now are keeping some pressure on Yo. But Yo's going to sneak around behind MBL's eco. MBL with a very nice tower there. Just in time, just up at the right moment, and he'll push Yo away. So both guys posturing around the map here, trying to get a little position on the other. Neither guy really able to land much damage. This looks like it's going to go deep into the Castle Age and maybe beyond, because so far, neither guy has really put down too much damage. They've both spent a bit. Neither of them is going up to Castle at like an enormously good time. You can see they're both in pretty similar shapes economically. Yeah, I mean, frankly, Yo can't break in on MBL's base. He can push on this palisade gate, but MBL will quick wall him out. MBL is dropping more towers on the front, which has to be a good thing for Yo, forcing MBL to spend all of that stone to keep himself safe. The red player won't be here with anything scary enough to stop that tower, but at least he's making MBL work for it, wasting a lot of his opponent's time. MBL's still just on about 100 stone, having to build a lot of towers to defend himself. The Gloken, Netherlands' most famous pervert. Oh man, oh, I shouldn't laugh because Gloken's my buddy, but that's a joke that it times well. It does time well. Well played, sir. Let's see. Yo continuing to wall himself up. He's going to add a couple villagers over to stone, and Yo looks like he might go for another tower play. Last game, Yo got incredible return on investment with some towers. This game, it looks like Yo's going to try again. Notably, MBL without fletching, Yo with fletching. So, I don't know. Maybe Yo gets up a tower in a place that's a little bit annoying to MBL that MBL can't push away. Not quite sure. For now, MBL is going to have to continue to defend against these couple of units from Yo, and Yo is going to be the one who clicks up first. Very nice eco-harassment from Yo. He basically forced MBL to build some towers at home. So MBL's been on stone with 7 vills for a while, and he's been towering for a little while, and that's going to slow his castle time a little bit. I think our most famous pervs are in prison. All of my heroes are in prison. Let's see. Yo's going to drop a tower that is just a smidge away. How do we count this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that what we need here? How do you count it on a diagonal like this? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? I don't know. I don't know how you count that. I don't know how the grid works. It's like the hypotenuse of this triangle would be like a really weird math equation to have to do. It'd be weird to have to do, you know, 4th grade math. That would be so hard. Yo continuing to tower up as he goes castle age. He'll soon have Bodkin arrow, and maybe that triangle's hypotenuse may soon it may soon be something we don't have to calculate. Close enough might be all that we need. It involves pi, says FFL. Okay. Well, as long as there's an easy formula, I'm sure we can figure it out. For now, MBL denies Yo's newest tower. That would have been ugly for him. Crossbowman and Bodkin arrow coming, and let's see if this tower reaches. I've also heard the first tile under the tower doesn't count toward the range. Okay, ask Nilly for the math. I just don't know how we count this. Well, now we can see that Yo can reach this tower, so that means he should be able to reach this vill. I think those are they're equidistant in my eye. Red player is going to lose to more MBL towers, a little bit of his army here on the left. Eventually, maybe, Yo can finish off this last tower. It's 94% of the way done. MBL with just no villagers garrisoned, just a single vill garrisoned. So that tower will go up. Siege Workshop on the front for Mr. Yo. Battering rams on the way. MBL is on 350 stone, and he is having to build a lot of towers at home, but he will eventually hit the castle age and eventually actually buy a bit of stone, by the looks of it, and go for a castle drop. Not necessarily a castle drop, but a castle play with Huskarls alongside it, with a side order of Huskarl. MBL does have fletching in, so he's not totally a sitting duck. His castle will come up next to his main gold pile, just as Yo's first ram starts to roll in. Yo's going to come and answer to this. He's going to bring in his crossbows. He's going to snipe down a couple vills, I guess, and he's going to start ramming down this tower. He's walking a very fine line. Tower arrow fire will really hurt Yo if he doesn't keep these crossbowmen on the move, but if he can knock down the tower in time, he can probably stop MBL's castle from going up. MBL's castle on 35%, Yo continuing to dance around, waiting for his moment to jump into the center of the circle. Mangonel coming for Yo as well, and MBL's castle... Oh no, MBL's castle is looking grim. That Mangonel actually changes the game quite a bit. Mangonel and Ram already working on the castle that MBL is only 34% of the way up to. And oh boy, TC coming up on the back for MBL. He's going to lose a couple vills, but he'll trade them for a Ram, which seems like a decent trade to me. 43% done on the castle, and MBL's going to keep trying to jump out. A little ring around the rosy, little double Dutch, like when you're waiting to jump in when you're jump roping for MBL to get that castle up. That's a doubt castle, says Reaper. Well, it's going to be a tough spot. MBL will try to get a sneaky mango shot in. That really could help his position a ton. And Yo is going to stand and eat that mango shot to the face. And now MBL's castle could go up. Yo is also going to lose a Mangonel, 1-for-1 in the trade. MBL's castle on 55%, but still 2 crossbows here to harass him, and now another Mangonel. Meanwhile, Yo back at home, he's buying a ton of time on the front, not spending that much resource. Does have a second TC down. Yo's economy is 49, MBL's economy is 49. So neither guy is really winning or losing on this castle. But boy, well... One guy could lose if the castle doesn't go up. That's MBL. He needs to solidify this gold on the front with the castle there. There just isn't that many other options for MBL. If you look at the back third of his map, the back 9, I guess, not much there. He needs to find a way to knock down some of these mangonels and finish his castle, but Yo continues to trade 1 for 1, which in this case is extremely advantageous for Yo. He keeps poking away at MBL's castle, and MBL is eventually going to have to delete it and drop it somewhere else. Castle gets deleted, gets dropped on the front of the eco now. Not nearly as good of a location as before, but at least it will go up there. MBL is thinking about Huskarls, and he's been thinking about it for a long time. Yo is going to come with a castle drop of his own right on the front of MBL's eco. Yo will knock down that tower as well with his mangonel. And I don't know, Yo's walling in at home. Transitioning for MBL into Husks might not be so good for raiding, but maybe, I don't know, maybe it can work. Maybe it can work. Double Dutch douche. Yeah, double Dutch indeed. Castle is up for the red player. Mr. Yo is going to knock down that tower. He's going to lose his mangonel here, isn't he? Yeah, Yo's going to lose that mango, but Plumed Archer production begins. Monastery coming up for Yo. Very interesting game, a little bit non-conventional. Continued mango production from Yo. MBL on the other side is making a mass exodus of villagers over to the right of the map. He's going to take this extra gold way off to the side. He needs it, man. There's only so much you can do in the game without gold, so MBL's going to do what he can, expand out to that side, and grab a little gold over there. Plumed Archers could find that and dice it up, but those Plumed Archers are not alone on the map. The military from MBL will be +1 defense with Squires, Huskarls, and they will do a pretty good job to chase around crossbows and maybe a good enough job to chase around plumes. I guess the jury's still out on that one. I guess the jury is still out, but Mr. Yo does need to... Ooh, can he kill this wolf? Yeah, villager's still on full HP. Mr. Yo does need to wall himself in. You know, Huskarls and Eagles, I'm always angry at myself when I lose a game like this, because all you really need to do here, right, is to wall yourself in. It's going to be hard for those Husks to break your position, of course. But let's see. MBL coming with some siege to go along with it. That will help him break down the walls. Plumes for now for Yo, +2/+1, are roaming around looking to do some harassment. And they're headed right toward the G spot of this economy. Right toward the Gloken spot of this eco. They're going to roll in behind and idle MBL's gold. MBL putting pressure on the market right here. He's already here. Putting down some damage while he can. I think Yo can probably keep him out, but maybe not. For now, that market goes down pretty quickly. Yo adding in another castle on the front. He's coming over with his own mangonel. If he could snipe MBL's mango, it could help him a lot. Let's see. Yo does snipe that mango for free, and now MBL's Husks are going to go back for a moment. So MBL breaks down the front door. He goes Anarchy. He's going for the big Castle Age Huskarl play by the looks of it. Chainmail Armor coming for the blue player. He's going to pump out Husks. The G-spot is named after me. That's right. Yo never finished the walls on the right side. Oh shit, this could be bad for him. MBL may or may not decide to dive in. For now, MBL will take a pretty big mango shot to the face of that group of Husks. Weird to see a mangonel chasing after Huskarls. Yo will add in some monks to go along with this to convert the occasional Husk, and he will, for now, be going back, trying to micro against this group. Another castle drop coming for Yo. Continued Plumed Archer production for him. Needs some time, though. Yo can't really blink his eye. He's going Thumb Ring now, but look at the Huskarls just soaking up so much damage. 8 defense versus arrow fire. I mean, Yo knows as well as I do that this is not exactly the matchup that he wants, and he probably also knows that MBL is just going to keep cranking those Husks out. I mean, there's not a whole lot of other options for MBL at this point in the game, right? Just has to keep cranking out Huskarls. He's only got a couple of vills on gold, so gold will be a little bit of a problem. MBL trying to flesh out his wood eco. Yo is just trying to drop more siege workshops and trying to find better places to put castles. The next one coming in is eco. That's a very nice castle. That's very prescient. He's going to need to get that finished, though, quickly because the Huskarls are already on their way in. Red player Yo is going to have a lot of trouble on his hands. Got to get that castle done. His plumes for now are trying to cut off reinforcements. That's about all they can really be relied on to do. Yo is bringing more villagers into the fray to get this castle done. And it looks like he will get it done. 85, 86, 87. Yo's bringing everybody, every villager from every farm. But the castle goes up for Yo, and he does still maintain a 10-villager advantage. MBL, of course, will not really want to raid this part of the eco forever, but he will run to the back area where Yo has no defenses, and he will keep putting a hurting on Yo. This is a very weird game to see because Yo had to see this coming for a little while. Right now he's weathering the storm with a castle inside of his eco, and he's going to continue to try to push on the front with more plumes. The back of Yo's eco is in a bit of trouble, but he is ahead economically. His newest castle helps him a lot. Let's see what he can get done. Yo does control a lot of the map, does make it very uncomfortable for MBL to try to take gold, but look at these Huskarls just tanking so much arrow fire. Yo, with the occasional monk coming out to make a conversion, does do a decent job, at least buys himself a tiny bit of a meat shield to help out with the defense. But so far, he's lost a lot of vills, and MBL is starting to, well, have a safer economy by the moment. Yo's castle drop, the newest one, will be pretty close to that gold pile, and it does put pressure on MBL's unit production. Yo's not quick walling here. He's leaving those villagers very exposed. Here we go. Here's a couple quick walls, but not nearly enough of them. And the Huskarls are in once again, and Yo's going to lose another 5 vills. MBL raiding in the back of Yo's economy with the Husks. Of course, those units are really nice for raiding here. Just going to run in, idle that at TC, kill a couple vills, and then run back out. It's kind of getting a little bit out of control here for Yo. It's getting a little out of control for him. Yo's done a decent job in the early game, but he does look like he's going to throw this one. He's got a monk out. He's trying to grab some converts. He does not really have an answer yet for the Huskarls. We'll grab a conversion here and there. But MBL is going for the big castle play. Yo can go imp soon. He'll get up with like 80 vills maybe. But he has so many problems that he needs to solve inside of his own eco. Such a sloppy game from Yo. I would have to agree with you, man. I'm not saying I would do better, but you know, you're ramming it down your opponent's throat with towers and castle drops and archers. You see that he's on stone heavily. You know he's going Huskarls. I mean, Yo's known that for 20 minutes of game time, that this was going to turn into a Huskarl game. But yet, unfortunately, Yo is not Huskarl proof. There's still a couple Husks in his eco that have done damage. He never reclosed the walls. He never walled in the right side. So the Huskarls will continue to run in whenever they want, whenever they please. They'll deny castles. They'll roam around and hurt Yo's eco. It's a tough spot, man. Mayans player is in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. He's got a good batch of plumes. He's got a big castle drop coming. He wants to take away MBL's ability to take gold, and it could win him the game. I mean, MBL does not have any other golds than this one pile on the back. So, you know, kill my eco if you want, man, but I'm taking away your gold. I guess Yo is willing to trade one part of the map for the other. Going to trade his home base for for MBL's home base. And notably, I mean, Yo does have a lot of castles up already, and he's got a lot of gold economy just randomly scattered around the map. It's a very interesting game. MBL's going to make a push for this castle. He's not going to get it, so why bother watching? Yo's going to make a push in with Huskarls, and he will easily get this done. Yo's actually leaving that TC, so if MBL wants to kill it, he can. Meanwhile, Yo is going imp in the front TC. Okay, well, good to know. We all know you would do better, Killer B. Oh, man. If MBL was rated 1,400, I could maybe stop what he's doing here because I could see it coming. But he's executing it very nicely, man. He's executing it like the high-level player he is, coming in with more barracks, coming in with the big castle play. Yo's Imperial TC. Oh, no, it's Yo's Imperial TC. Repair it. Repair it, Yo. Oh, that's GG. Oh, that hurts. Yo gets his imp thwarted, and he's going to go back. MBL was like fishing around the map. First, he went to the back TC and killed it. He's like, okay, well, let me kill another TC. Kills that one on the front. Now he's killing the middle one. He is absolutely ensuring that Yo can't go imp. This game is over. Yo's on 79 vills. His Imperial Age... What? What? His Imperial Age says it's still continuing, but I think it's a spectator bug because Yo doesn't have a TC. Yeah, it's a bug. It's a bug. No TCs for Yo. Oh my god. floating more resource than you can shake a stick at. Yo does get a town center up, a new one on the middle of the map. He will click Imp again. Murder Hole's also coming for Yo, but it's just way too late. 68 vills for Yo. Huskarl's in massive number. Yo's in trouble. However, MBL is searching the map relentlessly, just looking for some gold to mine. His gold here on the side is harassed by this castle. So Yo has caused some serious problems for MBL, but MBL can kind of start to expand out with a couple Huskarls. He can take over his own gold on the side. Demolition Inc. and MBL is the CEO, I suppose. Yeah. Knocking down 3 TCs, denying Yo's Imperial Age. Yo's going to continue to build castles and continue to squeeze MBL's gold piles. He knows his only win condition, I suppose, is to try to stop MBL from getting any gold. MBL should be fine to push out and get gold here. He's got a huge group of Huskarls that are basically unchecked on the map, 49 military, and a couple of Rams. If he wants to come over and take over this gold pile, he certainly can do so. Pushing against this block of castles still might not be an advisable move, but let's see those extra goals. One for Yo in the back of his eco. MBL is pretty close, actually, and could try to go over and take that if he wants. Very sneaky move, but he could try it. Certainly his Huskarls could run interference so that he can get that done. No golds up in the top corner for MBL. Yeah, he really just needs this gold to the side. Gonna drop a TC there. In the meantime, Yo will go Imp, and Yo will continue to not address the elephant in the room, the Huskarls that are on the map. Yo's going to try to raid this TC, deny this TC for a bit. MBL will lose a couple of villagers, but in the end, the town center goes up. Bracer and Chemistry coming for Yo. And can Yo win this game? Can Yo win this game? I mean, he is Imp. That's nice. He's going to lose another TC. That's not so nice. MBL can't really win back too many gold piles, but he has at least for the moment won 1 gold. Yo can maybe try to treb that down, but man, trebs seem like a big investment that are going to die very quickly. Yo will get 1 treb out at least and another castle on MBL's gold. Yo is going to just build a block of castles, 5 castles in the middle of the map, and he's going to try to find a way to stop MBL from taking gold. MBL's got a couple vills on the back of the map trying to take Yo's gold pile. A little bit of a sneaky villager, back of your eco, steal your gold sort of a move. But Yo's got 1 plumed archer there. He's going to kill that entire group from MBL. This is such a weird game. Yo losing all 3 of his first 3 TCs, losing his Imp TC, clicks Imp again, and starts to grind down MBL's position with yet another castle drop. The blue player here, MBL, is kind of running out of answers. Still has a massive block of Huskarls. He can still fight the plumes head on, no problem. Yo is just searching around for vills taking gold, and he's going to try to find what's left of MBL's eco. MBL's gold economy is just these vills on the back, and Yo's going to find it. Oh boy. Oh boy, Mr. Yo knows exactly what to look for in this game. He's squeezing his opponent's gold, he finds these villagers, and he continues to put MBL in the corner in a very awkward position. That TC is going to go down, these villagers are going down, and MBL's group of Huskarls in the middle of the map and even on the back of the map continue to raid, continue to annoy, but he's not able to close this game out. Mr. Yo will add in a TC. That's going to be his 5th town center. 4 of them have been killed, for those of you keeping track at home. What a crazy game we have here. How important is architecture? Do you automatically lose if your civ doesn't have it? I didn't see the Vubli, the Kipo Kappa, or whatever at the end there. I was like, come on, man, that wouldn't make sense. Elite Plumed Archer coming for Mr. Yo. He's going to keep raiding MBL's economy where he can. MBL will come in to find Yo's new TC and maybe kill that as well. Yo will pop out a really unfortunate treb, which will die immediately. But the Huskarls under the TC with murder holes are going to take some damage. Villagers coming over from Yo could try to repair this for a while. Huskarl numbers are going to start to melt down a little bit. These are elite plumes with all the fixins, so they will start to somewhat well cut through Castle Age Huskarls. Those husks are dying from MBL, and this is probably GG, isn't it? This is probably GG. I questioned what Yo was doing, and I watched 3 of his town centers die, and I told you that he was screwed, and I immediately regret it because MBL cannot break Yo. He can't break through and take his own gold piles, and I think this is one of those games where we got to quickly look at the achievements and see that MBL was only able to mine 7k gold during that game. Still a lot, but not able to establish enough of a gold economy to win the game. I don't know how Yo won that. I mean, he kept dropping castles in the middle of the map. He kept harassing gold. I thought once his MTC died that things were looking really dire because he didn't have a huge number of plumes. And the Huskarls were running unabated in the back of his eco. Killed 4 or 5 TCs that game. Huskarls just meleeing down town centers. But somehow, some way, Mr. Yo grabs a win there. Impressive endgame. Grind MBL down by locking down the gold and avoiding to fight, says Fermented Herring. Yeah, indeed. MBL should have defended his gold TC and he would have won. I guess, but I just don't know how he could.